Hey there folks, and welcome to the video. This one here's a review for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Before we get into it, I've done a video on the drivers' protest ahead of the Portuguese Grand Prix, which you can check out. It was pre-recorded, and this one is a late upload, and I can only apologise for that. I actually haven't had the time due to other commitments, which has meant that this is the only time I've really been able to sit down and do a proper race review. And wow, I managed to listen to most of it, either through hearing it in the background of other people or listening to it on Radio 5 Live. Yeah, a commanding win for Lewis Hamilton that puts him at the top in terms of all-time wins in Formula 1, 92. I wonder, well, it's pretty much guaranteed, isn't it? Unless he suddenly decides to retire at the end of this season, that he's going to get that century, be the first driver to do that. But this has given him a 77-point lead in the championship over car 77, Valtteri Bottas. It means the first time Lewis can claim the championship will be Turkey, the Turkish Grand Prix, regardless of whether or not he gets the full 26 and Valtteri gets 0 next time out in Imola. Yeah, outside of that, Max Verstappen, another third place. Charles Leclerc doing absolute bits to be the only other car on the lead lap in fourth. Outside of that, Pierre Gasly fifth shows another strong performance. A couple of other things that are of note, for example, Esteban Ocon with that 50-plus lap stint. Sebastian Vettel getting into points in 10th place. Alex Albon just seemingly nowhere for a lot of the race, down in 12th for 2 stops. George Russell up in 14th, having battled with Giovinazzi. And of course Grosjean saying that this is like one of the worst cars he's driven. And I think that's one of the interesting things, like people are talking a lot more about, or things are more coming forward about drivers' uncomfortability with cars. I saw Andrew Benson of the BBC was talking over the course of the weekend about Alex Albon. The reason why he's having so many problems with the Red Bull this year is because of a difference in driving styles. Albon has a driving style which I would say I quite agree with, which is like you want to have the car a bit more oversteery. And if the car is built around Verstappen, it's designed not to be like that. The oversteer will just snap, because that's how Verstappen likes it. But yeah, Lewis, 92 wins. He has smashed, apart from the 7th championship, almost all of Schumacher's records. He might stick around a bit longer to try and match or beat that 5 on the bounce. But, I mean, he's got, what, a single in 2008, double 14-15, and then 17, 18, 19, 20 will be 4 on the bounce. That's pretty brilliant. And like, when I started watching F1, it was because of Lewis. It was 2007. It was not the Australian Grand Prix. It was the Malaysian Grand Prix. And I was told that he was going to be the next big thing in Formula 1. And I hadn't watched a full race before. My grandparents and my dad loved the F1. So that was how I got into it. And actually, over the past couple of years, whilst I found myself in a bit of a kind of no man's land when it came to talking about Lewis for a few years, around when he first moved to Mercedes, really, over the past 2 or 3 seasons, I think since 2016, really, he's come on leaps and bounds as a driver and as a personality, a lot more comfortable, and a lot more being able to express himself, which has also rewarded him on track as well as off of it. And to be honest, I would definitely put him like at a similar level to the likes of Schumacher and Senna as one of the, if not the greatest F1 driver of all time. Because the thing is, he's managed to just be so on it. And it helps that he's been able to be consistently in strong car of Mercedes. And albeit McLaren did put some not so great cars together while he was with them. They were still race winners. But he's been a driver that's always been at the very top of the sport. And we're seeing that a lot as well with people like Verstappen as well. It's going to be interesting seeing the future of F1. I mean, we didn't think Schumacher would get to these records. We didn't think anyone else would get to Schumacher's records. I'm going to hazard a guess and be one of those people who are like, I don't think we're really going to see anyone else get to that. Even if Verstappen's saying he's got to go till he's like 40 or something. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and especially because like this is, I usually do instant race reactions. This is probably the longest wait between between the race going on and the review coming out for 2 years, I guess. Yeah, thank you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now.